Los Angeles is the second largest city in the United States, a sprawling coastal metropolis of nearly 4 million people spread across the wide, sun-soaked basin of Southern California. The city proper holds about 3.9 million residents, but that number undersells it. The surrounding metro area is home to roughly 12.9 million, and Greater Los Angeles tops 18 million. That scale is the single most important thing to understand before you come. LA is less a city than a loose federation of neighborhoods stitched together by freeways. It sits on the Pacific coast, wrapped by mountains on 3 sides, with the basin floor barely 100 meters above sea level and the San Gabriel peaks rising sharply behind it. The setting gives LA its famous climate. You get warm, dry summers, mild winters, and something like 280 sunny days a year across most of the basin. The trade-off for that geography is sprawl. Attractions sit far apart, traffic is a genuine daily factor, and you will spend real time getting from one place to another. So who is Los Angeles actually for? It rewards travelers drawn to entertainment, world-class museums, beaches, food, and a certain restless creative energy you do not find elsewhere. It is a strong fit for film and pop culture fans, foodies, beach lovers, and anyone curious about how a dozen distinct cultures share one enormous city. It is a weaker fit for travelers who want a compact, walk-everywhere old town. LA has walkable pockets, but the city as a whole is built around the car. As for the drawbacks, the sprawl and traffic are real, street homelessness is visible in parts of the city, and the best of LA takes effort to reach. The city's diversity is not a marketing line. It is the defining fact. LA has the largest Mexican, Korean, and Armenian populations of any city outside their home countries. That shows up everywhere, from the taco trucks of Boyle Heights, to the Korean barbecue of Koreatown, to the Japanese heritage of Little Tokyo downtown. For trip length, LA rewards time. A long weekend lets you sample 1 or 2 zones, but you will feel rushed and spend it in the car. 4 to 5 days is the sweet spot. That gives you the beaches, Hollywood, downtown, a museum day, and a theme park or day trip without racing the clock. A full week suits travelers who want to add Disneyland, Malibu, or a longer excursion out to Santa Barbara, Joshua Tree, or San Diego. Think of this guide as the briefing that helps you decide where to base yourself, how to move around, and which slices of a very large city are worth your limited days. Almost everyone flies into Los Angeles International Airport, known as LAX, one of the busiest airports in the world and a major hub for domestic and international routes. LAX sits on the coast about 15 miles southwest of downtown, which sounds close but can mean anywhere from 30 minutes to well over an hour depending on traffic. Fares into LAX swing widely by season and origin. Our sampled round trips ranged from budget deals near $30 up past $1,000, so book early and stay flexible. If you would rather drive in, LA is the anchor of the Southern California freeway system. Interstate 5 runs the length of the West Coast, straight through the city. From San Diego, the drive up Interstate 5 takes roughly 2 to 2.5 hours. From Las Vegas, it is about 4 hours on Interstate 15. From San Francisco, plan on around 6 hours down Interstate 5, or a slower but far prettier day on Highway 1 along the coast. Getting from LAX into the city is where many first-timers stumble. All taxis and rideshares now pick up from a dedicated lot called LA Exit, reached by a short shuttle or walk from the terminals. A rideshare or taxi to downtown or Hollywood typically runs around $50 before tip and more during surge pricing, so treat that as a snapshot and check the app. For a cheaper ride, the LAX Flyaway bus runs non-stop to Union Station downtown for under $10, a solid option if that is near your hotel. There is also a rail connection. A free airport shuttle links to the Metro C line, and a new people mover and rail station are opening to make that transfer far smoother. Once you are in the city, the central question is simple. Do you rent a car or not? For most visitors who plan to see the wider region, a car is helpful and often the practical answer. Beaches, Malibu, theme parks, and day trips are painful without one. If your trip stays concentrated in a few dense zones, you can skip the car and lean on rideshare and the metro. It depends entirely on your itinerary. The metro rail system is better than its reputation. 7 lines connect downtown, Hollywood, Santa Monica, Pasadena, and the airport corridor, running roughly from 5 in the morning until midnight. A single metro ride costs $1.75, and the TAP card caps you automatically. You never pay more than $5 in a day or $18 in a week. There is also a 30-day pass for $100, though with the daily and weekly caps, most short-term visitors will never need it. Where the metro reaches, it is reliably useful and beats sitting in traffic. Between Hollywood, downtown, and Santa Monica, the train is often the smart choice. Where it does not reach, and that is much of the West Side and the canyons, you are back to a car or rideshare. Uber and Lyft both operate everywhere in the city. Walkability is best described as pocketed. Individual neighborhoods like Santa Monica, downtown, and Old Pasadena are pleasant on foot, but you cannot walk between them. If you drive, budget for parking. Central lots commonly run around $30 a day, hourly rates start near $5, and street parking rules in LA are notoriously easy to get wrong. One local truth worth internalizing: traffic is not a rumor, it is a daily fact of life here, so build extra time into every plan and never schedule things back to back. Amtrak also connects LA to the wider region from the beautiful Union Station downtown. The Pacific Surfliner runs down to San Diego and up toward Santa Barbara several times a day. Choosing where to stay in Los Angeles matters more than in almost any other city because your neighborhood decides how much of your trip you spend in the car. The smart approach is to pick a base near the things you most want to see and accept that you will make a few longer trips out from there. Overall, hotel prices run higher than the national average. Budget rooms average around $115 a night, mid-range near $160, and upscale properties around $240. Let me walk through the zones most visitors actually choose, starting downtown. Downtown LA has transformed over the past decade into a real destination with museums, food halls, and nightlife. Downtown puts you on the metro hub, walking distance to the Broad Museum, Grand Central Market, and Walt Disney Concert Hall, with the widest range of hotel price points in the city. The trade-off downtown is that it empties out in patches, and the contrast between polished blocks and visible street homelessness is sharper here than anywhere else you will stay. Anchor hotels downtown span the spectrum, from the grand old Millennium Biltmore and the cylindrical Westin Bonaventure to the sleek JW Marriott at LA Live and the design-forward Citizen M. Hollywood is the classic first-timer base, and it delivers the icons. You are steps from the Walk of Fame, the Chinese Theater, and a metro stop straight to downtown. The Hollywood Roosevelt and the Lowe's sit right in the action, and the neighborhood is actually walkable at its core, which is rare for LA. The catch for Hollywood is that the Walk of Fame itself is grittier and more crowded than the movies suggest, and the immediate blocks can feel touristy and tired. For the beach experience, Santa Monica and neighboring Venice are the West Side picks. You trade higher prices for ocean air, the pier, and easy walking along the coast. Santa Monica is polished and family-friendly with a pedestrian shopping promenade, while Venice next door is bohemian, artsy, and edgier with the famous boardwalk and canals. The West Side con is cost and distance. Beach hotels command a premium, and you are a long haul from downtown and the eastern attractions when traffic builds. Beverly Hills and West Hollywood sit in the middle of the map and the upper end of the price range, with the best dining, nightlife, and shopping concentrated nearby. West Hollywood, in particular, is the center of LA's nightlife and its LGBTQ community. Walkable and lively, though rooms there lean expensive and parking is tight. For a quieter, better value base with local character, look at Los Feliz, Silver Lake, or Pasadena, trading central location for leafy streets and a more residential neighborhood feel. Pasadena deserves a specific mention. It is charming and walkable, with its own excellent museums, and it sits near the freeways, but it is well east of the beaches. Now, match the zone to the traveler. First-time visitors chasing the icons do well in Hollywood or downtown, close to the sights and the metro line that connects them. Couples and nightlife-focused travelers gravitate to West Hollywood or Santa Monica, while families often prefer Santa Monica for the beach or a base near the theme parks in Anaheim. Budget-focused travelers should look at downtown's wider hotel range, the hostels near the beach, or Airbnb rooms, where the median listing runs around a competitive $65 a night. On loyalty and perks, LA has deep Amex fine hotels and resorts and luxury brand coverage, from the Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons in Beverly Hills to numerous flagship downtown and Hollywood properties. One zone note to close. There is no single neighborhood you must avoid, but do read the specific block before booking a bargain rate, because quality shifts street by street here. Los Angeles is best known as the global capital of entertainment, and the city leans into it, but the range of things to do here goes far beyond Hollywood. Start with the classic icons, because most first-timers want them. The Hollywood Walk of Fame and the Chinese Theater anchor the tourist heart of Hollywood Boulevard. Be realistic about the Walk of Fame. It is a free, must-see-once strip of movie history, but it is also crowded, gritty, and best enjoyed as a quick stop rather than an afternoon. For the Hollywood sign, the best free view is from Griffith Observatory, an Art Deco landmark from 1935 that also offers planetarium shows and sweeping views over the entire basin. Griffith Observatory is one of the city's genuine highlights, and admission to the grounds and building is free, with only the planetarium show carrying a ticket price. The observatory sits inside Griffith Park, one of the largest urban parks in North America, which also holds the LA Zoo, miles of hiking trails, and the Greek Theater. LA's museum scene is world-class and often underrated by visitors. The Getty Center tops most lists with a hilltop campus, major European art, gardens, and architecture, all free to enter. The Getty is exceptional, and it is free. You only pay for parking, which makes it one of the best value cultural half-days in any American city. Its sister site, the Getty Villa in Malibu, recreates a first-century Roman country house and holds Greek and Roman antiquities, also free, on the coast north of Santa Monica. Downtown, the Broad is a contemporary art museum with a striking honeycomb facade and free general admission, though its popular infinity rooms require timed reservations booked ahead. Next door sits the Museum of Contemporary Art, and a short walk away is the Frank Gehry-designed Walt Disney Concert Hall, home to the Los Angeles Philharmonic. For families and science fans, the California Science Center in Exposition Park is free and houses the retired Space Shuttle Endeavour, an awe-inspiring sight for all ages. Beside it, the Natural History Museum holds dinosaur skeletons and more than 35 million specimens across the largest such collection in the western United States, with a modest admission fee. Car lovers should not miss the Peterson Automotive Museum on the Miracle Mile, a striking ribboned building holding one of the world's great automobile collections, with tickets around $50. Out in Pasadena, 2 more museums reward the drive. The Huntington pairs rare books and art with spectacular botanical gardens, while the Norton Simon holds a jewel box European and Asian collection. The beaches are their own category, and they are free. Santa Monica has the classic pier with its Ferris wheel, Venice has the carnival-like boardwalk, and Malibu has the dramatic coastline. Santa Monica Pier is the postcard, family-friendly, with an amusement park on the water, while Venice Beach, a mile south, is the place for street performers, murals, and people watching. For a quieter shore, drive up to Malibu, where the beaches sit below the mountains, and the Getty Villa and seafood shacks give you a reason to linger. Live music and performance run deep here. The Hollywood Bowl is a historic outdoor amphitheater where you can picnic under the stars, and it is a quintessential LA summer night out. Sports are a major draw. Dodger Stadium is one of baseball's oldest and most beautiful ballparks, and downtown's Crypto.com arena hosts the Lakers, Clippers, Kings, and headline concerts. The theme parks are the reason many families come. Universal Studios Hollywood combines a working studio tour with rides, including the hugely popular Wizarding World of Harry Potter. An hour south in Anaheim, the Disneyland Resort is the original Disney park, paired with Disney California Adventure, and it easily fills a full day or two on its own. Expect theme park tickets to be a real budget line. A single-day Disneyland ticket runs around $100 or more, and Universal is similar, so buy ahead and plan the day. For culture with a sense of place, wander the historic core downtown. El Pueblo and Olvera Street preserve the city's Mexican origins, while nearby Little Tokyo and Chinatown reward a slow afternoon. Day trips extend the city outward. Catalina Island is a 1-hour ferry from the coast. Santa Barbara is 90 minutes up the shore, and Joshua Tree is a desert world under 3 hours east. Now let me turn general sightseeing into concrete plans, starting with a classic 3-day itinerary for a first-time visitor who wants the highlights without living in the car. On day 1, base yourself in Hollywood. Spend the morning on the Walk of Fame and the Chinese Theater, then grab lunch along the boulevard before the afternoon heat. In the afternoon of day 1, drive or ride up to Griffith Observatory for the Hollywood sign views, timing your visit for late afternoon into sunset over the basin. Day 2 is your beach and art day on the west side. Start mid-morning at the Getty Center, allowing 2 to 3 hours for the galleries and gardens before lunch. For the afternoon of day 2, head down to Santa Monica, walk the pier and the promenade, then follow the beach path a mile south into Venice as the sun drops. Day 3 belongs to downtown. Open at the Broad Museum when it unlocks at 11, reserving your infinity room slot in advance, then walk to Grand Central Market for lunch. Spend the afternoon of day 3 exploring downtown on foot, from Walt Disney Concert Hall to the historic core, and if you like baseball, catch an evening Dodgers game. For travelers with families, the itinerary shifts toward the parks and hands-on museums, and it leans on one big anchor per day to keep the driving manageable. A family day 1 is built around Universal Studios Hollywood. Arrive at opening, ride the studio tour and the Harry Potter area first, and plan to stay through the afternoon shows. For a lower-cost family day 2, pair the free California Science Center and its Space Shuttle Endeavour in the morning with the neighboring Natural History Museum after lunch. A family day 3 works well at the beach. Santa Monica Pier has an amusement park right on the sand, with easy food, restrooms, and a gentle stretch of ocean for younger kids. If you have a 4th day and the budget, the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim is the classic family finale, and it easily deserves a full, open-to-close day of its own. For museum and culture lovers, LA can fill several rich days, and the collections are strong enough to rival any city in the country if you plan around the closures. A Culture Day 1 pairs the 2 Getty sites. Spend the morning at the Hilltop Getty Center, then drive up the coast to the Getty Villa in Malibu for the afternoon antiquities. A Culture Day 2 stays central. Combine the Broad and the Museum of Contemporary Art downtown in the morning, then drive to the Miracle Mile for the Peterson or the County Art Museum. A Culture Day 3 heads to Pasadena. Give the Huntington a full morning for its gardens and rare books. Then finish at the Norton Simon, but note both close on Tuesdays. For the outdoors-minded, LA delivers more than you expect. Runyon Canyon offers a quick, popular hike with city views right above Hollywood, busy but well worth it at golden hour. Beyond Runyon, the trails in Griffith Park climb toward the Hollywood sign, the Santa Monica Mountains offer longer routes, and the beaches string together miles of flat coastal cycling. If there is one thing that quietly rivals the entertainment industry as LA's true identity, it is the food, and it may be the single best reason to visit. The defining trait is diversity. LA's food is Californian at its base, built on farm-fresh produce, but its soul is the immigrant cooking of dozens of communities layered across the city. This is arguably the best Mexican food city in the United States, with taquerias, taco trucks, and family restaurants concentrated in East LA, Boyle Heights, and neighborhoods citywide. It is also the heart of Korean American cooking. Koreatown holds the largest concentration of Korean restaurants outside Korea, many of them open around the clock. Add to that world-class Japanese sushi, deep Vietnamese and Thai scenes, Armenian and Persian food on the east side, and a health-forward beach culture, and you have a nearly limitless table. Let me name some specific standouts by tier, starting at the casual end where LA truly shines. Porto's Bakery is a beloved Cuban institution, cheap and always busy, famous for its cheese rolls. In-N-Out Burger is the West Coast fast food rite of passage, and the double-double with fresh, never-frozen beef is the order locals swear by, all for under $10. Whole Box, tucked inside the Mercado La Paloma food hall, serves some of the city's best Yucatecan seafood, with most dishes landing in a very fair $20 to $60 range for two. In Koreatown, two casual legends stand out. Sunnongdan is known for its bubbling galbijim short rib stew, and BCD Tofu House for its silky, soft tofu soup, both open essentially all night. At the upscale end, Republique in Mid-City is a stunning French-Californian bakery and restaurant in a historic building, excellent for both a leisurely brunch and a serious dinner. For a special occasion view, purchase a rooftop French bistro high above downtown, where the cocktails and the skyline share top billing, with dinner for two often past $50. Now to the dishes you should actually seek out, because a few of them were essentially invented here. The Mexican-inspired plates are the non-negotiables. Start with tacos al pastor, thin slices of chili-marinated pork carved off a spinning trompo, often served for around $3 each at legendary trucks and taquerias. Then there are birria tacos, the crispy, consomme-dipped beef tacos that LA's taco trucks turned into a worldwide phenomenon over the past few years. For a true only-here bite, try the California burrito, a SoCal invention that stuffs carne asada, cheese, guacamole, and actual French fries into one flour tortilla. LA also invented dishes you may not realize started here. The spicy tuna roll was created in LA sushi bars in the 1980s, and the French dip sandwich was born downtown a century ago. For that French dip, go to the source. Philippe the Original and Cole's, both downtown, each claim to have invented it, and settling the debate yourself is half the fun. On the sweeter and lighter side, the acai bowl and avocado toast are LA to the core, born of the city's beach and wellness culture, and perfected in its brunch cafes. Do not overlook the street snacks. Elote, grilled corn slathered in mayo, cotija cheese, chili, and lime, is sold from carts citywide for a few dollars and is pure LA. Now let me sequence a perfect eating day, because in a city this spread out, a little planning turns great food into a great day. Start your morning with Cuban pastries and a strong coffee at Porto's, or if you are on the west side, an acai bowl near Venice Beach to earn the beach culture badge. Mid-morning, head to a food hall. Grand Central Market downtown packs dozens of vendors under one roof, from egg sandwiches to Thai to fresh juice, and it is the perfect grazing stop. For lunch, commit to tacos. Seek out a taco truck or a taqueria in Boyle Heights or East LA, order the al pastor and a birria, and wash it down with a house horchata. In the afternoon, detour downtown for a French dip at Philippe's, standing at the sawdust-floored counter, then walk it off through the historic core or Little Tokyo. For dinner, choose your ending: Korean barbecue in Koreatown for a communal late-night feast, or a rooftop table at Perch if you want the skyline with your meal. A quick price reality check to set expectations. A casual sit-down meal runs around $18 a head, a mid-range dinner for two lands near $80, and fine dining climbs from there. On breakfast near the hotel zones, you are well covered anywhere. LA's brunch and coffee culture is deep, and even modest neighborhoods have strong independent cafes and bakeries within a short walk. One last note on the practical side. LA is one of the best cities anywhere for dietary needs, with excellent vegan, vegetarian, halal, and kosher options woven throughout the whole scene. Los Angeles is not a cheap destination, but it is a flexible one, and your daily spend depends enormously on how you handle lodging and how much you drive. Let me lay out 3 realistic daily tiers per person, covering your bed, food, getting around, and one activity so you can size your own trip honestly. On a budget plan, expect somewhere around $85 to $120 a day. That means a hostel dorm near $45 or a shared budget room, and cheap, brilliant taco truck eating. The budget tier leans on the metro at $5 a day capped, free attractions like the Getty and Griffith Observatory, and skipping the rental car entirely. A moderate plan runs closer to $150 to $200 a day. That covers a mid-range hotel split between 2, a mix of casual and one nicer meal, and some rideshare. The moderate tier is where most visitors land, and it comfortably includes one paid attraction a day, whether a museum with admission, a ball game, or a share of a theme park ticket. A comfortable plan starts around $250 a day and climbs quickly. That is an upscale hotel, dining out for most meals, rideshare everywhere, and paid attractions without a second thought. At the very top, luxury hotels average around $600 a night on their own, and fine dining runs $150 and up per person, so the ceiling is high. Now the line items that drive those totals. Lodging is the biggest lever, swinging from a $45 dorm bed to a $240 upscale room for the same night. Food is the most flexible category. You can eat superbly for $10 at a taco truck or spend $150 at a tasting menu, and both are authentically LA. Everyday food costs are fair by big city standards. A good coffee runs about $6, a local beer around $8, and a casual street meal about $10. Transport is the category travelers underestimate. If you rent a car, budget around $45 a day for the economy car, plus gas, plus that painful $30 daily parking downtown. If you skip the car, your transport costs collapse. A capped metro week is just $18, and occasional ride shares fill the gaps, though a single airport ride alone runs about $50. Attractions vary wildly, and this is where LA rewards planning. Some of the very best things, the Getty, Griffith Observatory, the Broad, and the beaches, are completely free. The paid attractions are where it adds up. Theme parks near $100, major museums in the 20s to 50s, and a ball game or concert on top can define a day's spend. One category note worth flagging: lodging and paid attractions run above the national average here, while food, if you eat like a local, can be a genuine bargain for the quality. A final money-saving habit: stack your free days. Pairing the Getty with a beach or Griffith Observatory with a park hike gives you full, memorable days that cost almost nothing but transport. To put that in perspective, a typical day in Los Angeles runs about $150 versus about $120 in Knoxville and $175 in Anchorage, right about the middle among these cities. The simple headline on Los Angeles weather is that there is no bad time to visit, only trade-offs, because the climate is mild and sunny nearly year-round. That said, the numbers do point to clear best windows. The sweet spots are spring, roughly March through May, and fall, especially October and November. In spring, daytime highs sit in the mid to high 70s Fahrenheit, around 24 to 26 Celsius, with long sunny days and almost no rain by May. Fall is similarly excellent. October highs run in the low 80s Fahrenheit, near 28 Celsius, cooling into the low 70s by November, with mostly dry, clear skies. These shoulder seasons give you warm, reliable weather, thinner crowds, and moderate hotel prices, which is why so many locals consider them the real prime time in LA. Summer, June through August, is peak tourist season, driven by school holidays rather than by the best weather. Expect the highest hotel rates and the most crowded attractions. Summer at the coast is lovely, but inland it gets hot. August afternoons regularly climb into the low 90s Fahrenheit, around 32 to 33 Celsius, in the valleys away from the ocean. Summer also brings a coastal quirk locals call June gloom, a morning marine layer of low gray cloud that burns off by midday but can dull a beach morning. Winter, December through February, is the rainy season, though rain in LA is mild by most standards. Highs stay near the upper 60s Fahrenheit, around 20 Celsius, even in January. Nearly all of LA's modest annual rain falls in these winter months, usually in a handful of storm days rather than the persistent drizzle you might picture. Snow in the city is essentially unheard of. January and February are the quietest, cheapest months, the post-holiday lull when hotel prices dip and crowds thin while the weather stays mild by almost any standard. A real seasonal factor to note is fire and wind. Fall and early winter bring Santa Ana winds, which can spike heat and elevate wildfire risk across the region. If you visit in fall, keep a loose eye on air quality alerts through a source like Air Now, since wildfire smoke can occasionally affect the basin for a day or two. Now to the events worth timing a trip around, because LA's calendar is packed, and a few of these can define or complicate a visit. The year opens with a bang at the Rose Parade in Pasadena every New Year's Day, a world-famous procession of flower-covered floats that draws hundreds of thousands to Colorado Boulevard. In June, the LA Pride Festival and Parade takes over West Hollywood, one of the oldest and largest pride celebrations in the country, filling Santa Monica Boulevard with hundreds of thousands. Around the 1st of November, the Dia de los Muertos celebration at Hollywood Forever Cemetery is one of the most spectacular in the nation, with elaborate altars, marigolds, and Aztec dancers. For music fans, the world-famous Coachella Festival runs over 2 April weekends out in Indio, a couple of hours east, and it reshapes hotel demand across the whole region. A few more to plan around or avoid. The mid-March LA Marathon closes major streets citywide. The West Hollywood Halloween Carnival packs Santa Monica Boulevard on October 31st, and Little Tokyo's Nisei Week celebrates Japanese-American culture each August. So what is the single best window? For most travelers, aim for April, May, October, or early November, when you get warm, dry, sunny weather, manageable crowds, and fair prices all at once. Because Los Angeles is a major U.S. city, the practical logistics are refreshingly simple for domestic travelers, so this section focuses on what is specific to L.A. rather than the universals. On money, you are on familiar ground. Cards and contactless are accepted essentially everywhere. Tap to pay works on the metro, and cash is rarely necessary beyond a few taco trucks and cart vendors. Tipping is the one money habit to keep sharp. Sit-down restaurants expect 18 to 20%, and tips are also standard for bartenders, rideshare drivers, hotel housekeeping, and valets. Connectivity is excellent. Cell coverage across the basin is strong, public Wi-Fi is common, and if you are visiting from abroad, an eSIM or a prepaid tourist SIM starting around $10 to $30 works painlessly. For international visitors specifically, the entry essentials are on the card, on screen. You will need a valid passport and an ESTE or visa, and outlets here are the standard US flat pin type at 120 volts. Now the safety read, given straight. Los Angeles rates as a moderate-risk big city, and the smartest framing is that it is very safe by neighborhood, but it pays to know which block you are on. Violent crime is not the tourists' main concern. The everyday risks are property crimes, especially car break-ins and pickpocketing in crowded spots like the Hollywood Walk of Fame and Venice Beach. The single most important safety habit here is about your car. Never leave anything visible inside a parked vehicle because smash and grab break-ins at trailheads, beaches, and tourist lots are common. Be aware of a few specific street scams. The forced free CD hustle and the fake celebrity home tour sellers work the Hollywood and Venice crowds, so just keep walking and do not engage. Solo travelers, and solo women in particular, should use normal big city caution, sticking to busy, well-lit areas at night and using rideshare rather than walking to a distant parked car after dark. On the reassuring side, LA has world-class hospitals like UCLA Health, pharmacies are plentiful, and many stay open around the clock, and emergency services answer at 911. 2 only hear realities to file away. This is earthquake country, so glance at the safety card in your hotel room. And it is also wildfire country in the dry season, as we covered. Now packing, which in LA is really about one thing: layers. Because the temperature can swing 20 degrees between a sunny inland afternoon and a cool, foggy evening at the coast. For clothing, pack light, breathable daytime pieces alongside a warm layer for the evenings. A light jacket or sweater earns its place even in summer once the ocean breeze picks up. Round out the clothing with swimwear and a beach cover-up for the coast, plus one smart casual outfit if you plan on upscale dining or the West Hollywood nightlife scene. Footwear splits between city and shore here, since you walk and drive in equal measure. Pack cushioned shoes for the museum and boulevard days, and sandals you can kick off on the sand. If you plan on the canyon hikes like Runyon or the trails up to the Hollywood sign, actual trail shoes and a hat are worth the suitcase space. For gear, the sun is the thing to plan for. High SPF sunscreen and sunglasses are essential nearly year-round, given the strong UV, even on the hazy or cooler days. The one LA-specific gear note is power. Carry your own charger and a spare battery for long days out, because LA has none of the roam and return power bank rentals you find across Asia. Now, the first-timer mistakes, because avoiding these is what separates a smooth LA trip from a frustrating one, and they nearly all come back to the city scale. The biggest mistake is underestimating distances and traffic. Do not try to cram the beach, Hollywood, and Disneyland into one day, because the driving alone will swallow your hours and your patience. The fix is to cluster by geography. Group each day's plans into one part of the city, the West Side, or downtown, or the Hollywood Griffith corridor, and you will spend far less time in the car. A second common mistake is mismanaging the car decision. Renting a car and then parking it downtown at $30 a day when the metro would serve you is a needless, recurring expense. On what to skip, be selective about the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It is worth one quick photo stop, but do not build an afternoon around it and get your Hollywood sign views from Griffith Observatory instead. A final planning trip up is dinner reservations. LA's popular restaurants book up 1 to 2 weeks ahead on Resy and Open Table, so lock in the places you care about before you arrive. So who is Los Angeles really for? At its best, it rewards the curious and the flexible, travelers who accept the scale and dig into the neighborhoods rather than fighting the map. It is a superb fit for entertainment and film fans, for anyone serious about food, for beach lovers, and for culture travelers who want world-class, largely free museums. It also suits families exceptionally well, with the theme parks, the free science and natural history museums, the beaches, and the zoo, all within a day's reach of a good base. Who should probably look elsewhere? If you want a compact, walk-everywhere city where you never touch a car, LA will frustrate you, and a place like San Francisco may fit better. And if your ideal trip is quiet, slow, and free of crowds and traffic, this sprawling, high-energy metropolis is simply not built for that, at least not without careful planning. The honest verdict is that Los Angeles rewards effort. Give it 4 or 5 days, pick your base well, cluster your days by geography, and it delivers a genuinely world-class trip. Come in spring or fall, base yourself where your priorities live, eat like a local, and let the free icons anchor your days, and LA more than earns its place on the list. That's our guide to Los Angeles, California. Everything mentioned is linked in the description below. If you are planning another trip, we have more guides waiting for you. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching.